Hello guys, what is up? It is I, John, and welcome to another episode of the JohnBox, where we're going to be talking about a Switch starter kit and what I think you should get when you get a Nintendo Switch. Let's just get right on into it. I'm ready. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is what you can expect to find in your Nintendo Switch console when you purchase it, and what you can't, unfortunately. So you'll get the Nintendo iPad, the Switch dock, wrist straps to make each controller into a separate controller, a controller grip, cables. That's it. Anything you need to hook up into the console, couple controllers, that's kind of it for the Switch. That is where people started to have problems whenever this thing was released, was there was no pack-in title. Now, trust me, it's not as bad as a lot of people say it is, and it's time I tell you about some of the accessories you're going to need. Then we're going to look at video games. So, come on with me. First and foremost is a micro SD card. Now, I didn't want to just have you guys look at nothing because, trust me, those things are way too small. But, however, you're going to want at least 64 gigs or higher. That will last you quite a while. Especially if you're going to go digital for a lot of things. I had to, so that's why you're going to see a lot of lack of games in this episode physically. But enough about that for now. So, micro SD. Get one. Alright, you're back. Well, let's get on with something called a controller. That's right, there's a couple controllers you're going to want. Now, these are only $25 a piece, standard fare, and they come in all sorts of different things like Yoshi. I think Legend of Zelda has one for Breath of the Wild. There's like all sorts. This one is a standard fare controller. It cannot be used wirelessly. It actually has to be plugged into the console. I don't mind it. There is a wireless option for a Pro controller for about $60. I do recommend it, but again, I just found a lot better for my money on this console, honestly. You're going to want a case. Now, there are some people that might feel a little bit more alarmed about, carrying the Switch around and all that. But trust me, it is a very solid console. I've been carrying around mine for months and months and months now in this Orsley case. It was about $13 on Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description below to take you to the Amazon post where you can grab it. But this is something I mostly just want to show you what kind of thing you'll probably want to look out for. Something to hold your console, like there's little bands right here. Your games, if you really want to carry around games, or maybe even an SD card, I don't know. Then, nice little thing up here to hold like cords and whatnot. It's just a big suggestion that you grab one of these because, trust me, it will become your Thunder Buddy best friends forever. Trust me. So what kind of games do we want to start you off with in the Switch itself? Well, I've been wearing the first one. Of course, we're talking about Super Mario Odyssey. And trust me, this game is just all the hype that it's ever been and more. And of course, you're going to want to get yourself Breath of the Wild. Now, I know that these two are kind of the obvious choices, but trust me, they're worth it. I know this is predictable. I know it's pretty much bandwagon. But again, amazing games. Pick them up. But say you're like me and you just need to have a lot of digital stuff. That's where I can help you quite a bit. So let's head over, let's grab some footage, and I will talk to you about the games that I have installed on this Switch. I'm actually making this whole thing and getting it all ready for a friend of mine as a big present. And I think it'll help you guys a lot. That's why I'm making this video. I really want to help out people who want to. And so, let's get started. Alright guys, welcome to the Nintendo Switch home screen. And once you've actually set up your console initially, which I'm not going to show you, it's already been done on this console. And it's actually a very helpful tutorial, if you ask me, in how to get around the console itself. kind of gripping the controls a bit. We're going to talk about some of the games that are on this console here specifically. I'm not going to get into any kind of gameplay for any of these just because I feel like it would be better to make videos about them by themselves. Each of these games have something nice to say about them. So here's a very good console starter, Sonic Mania, and I got the Encore DLC. Everything on this console is actually digital because I actually just haven't been out enough to actually pick up a physical console game. So here we are at the actual eShop. It's a very cool place, and it's actually not got a lot of like character to it. This is something that I wouldn't really expect from Nintendo, but it is very serviceable. It will do its job right, and it has got games anywhere from $1 all the way up to like 90 or so. So I don't know exactly the price range, but trust me, in short, it will have something for any price range and about everyone. So I'll show you the games that I've gotten on this console for my friend. Okay, so here we are at Plague Road. Plague Road is a very cool game, but it's only $1. And that's what I'm talking about. You can always find something at least somewhat entertaining in this console, as long as you look. And trust me, this is a $1 game. This is what a $1 game looks like on the console. Very, very beautiful. But I'll get into this game some other time, because it's actually an amazing game to talk about. But no matter what I talk about on this exact video, it all comes down to preference with games, and there is enough games on the store and enough that are cheap to where you can pretty much find any genre for almost any price in general. So if that's your thing, you can just grab a bunch of cheap games and have fun with those. Some of these can be bad enough to be good, some of them bad enough to be bad. It all comes down to what you feel. But that being said, all the games that were on our main screen have been played by me and loved by me in some form or another, whether they just be time wasters or whether they be something more like Sonic Mania, where it's just a straight up amazing game. Oh, I'm bad at it though. Either way, let's go and talk for one more minute about something else. Oh, sorry guys. How silly of me. Either way, thank you so much for tuning in to this buying guide of the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this one, and if you want some other buying guides, tell me what console, and I will try to make it happen. Either way, try any of the games you saw in this video, including the ones that were actually on the home screen that I showed you just a minute ago, and let me tell you, all of them are good games in one way or another, even though some of them are just kind of my preference and weird thing about small games. I'm sure there is plenty more out there for you guys, and I might make a second buying guide talking about the games more in specifically what I play now. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the JohnBox.